With the onset of COVID and lockdowns and job losses and people being sat at home just staring at four walls, if you're not fortunate enough to be a key worker, cases of mental health problems in this country have gone through the roof. I've been treated for depression for about 25 years. For 25 years, these little capsules have kept me pretty much alive. I would say is if you are suffering, if you have any problems, get hold of your doctor, keep on making a fuss. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign there's anything particularly wrong with you as a person. If you have depression, if you have any other mental health problems, man up, get it sorted out. It's not a sign of weakness. It's something wrong. In my case, my brain simply doesn't work properly. So these little tablets help, and they make it work properly. Without these, I would just never get out of bed. Fortunately, I have got something to get out of bed for because A, I'm a key worker and I can still go to work, thank goodness. Ironically enough, in a psychiatric hospital. But also, I've been making this. No particular plan, just go out every day for an hour or so, weather permitting, to be able to make something big and heavy. It started off as a bill hook because that's nicely heat treated steel, and it's finished up looking like this. I did have some plans for how it was going to look. The only bit that has really survived is it's got a handle and a blade and a guard and an end cap, all made out of copper. Why? Because it just looks different. I had this big slab of copper and I thought I'm going to use it. It's not going to be a particularly usable knife. There's no real reason why in Southern England I'm going to be using a knife of this size anyway. But I made it because I think it looks nice. So that bit of copper there is different. It reminds me a bit of the sort of Rough Rider copper folders. Stick tang, peened over and polished. And peening wasn't quite the easy job I thought it was going to be, actually. There's a bit more to it than I thought, just whacking it with a hammer. Whacking it with a small hammer repeatedly for about an hour seemed to do that, but that's quite tough steel. Copper crossguard soldered into place. Lovely bit of wood. This is oak. I've tried polishing it to get a reasonable sort of gloss on it, but it just hasn't worked for some reason. I put lots and lots of polish on it. Perhaps it's something I need to learn to do more. The blade, like vaguely Bowie shaped, slightly old-fashioned Bowie shaped. I like the fact it sort of swoops up like that and comes back down again. That was just accident. It just happened, and I kind of like the looks of it. Nice bit of forced patina with a mixture of mustard and white vinegar. Mix it into a sort of slurry. Leave it on overnight. Repeat. I just think that gives it a really nice look. Now these grooves, this blade edge isn't brilliant, and that really, I am going to blame the tools. I've got a very, very cheap belt grinder. I'm going to get a better one because I've just reached the limits of what I can do with it now, and I've reached the limits of what I can do with a largish knife. I put about an hour a day into it to get up and actually do something when I'm not at work. Now I've actually got a job again, thank goodness. And it's been really quite rewarding. It's not a great usable knife. Stick tang. I like it though. It was built just to look nice and just to give me something to do, to try some different things. And I think it's been quite successful. Yeah, and I polished the back of the blade there. So it was done more to sort of look nice than anything else. I've got it reasonably sharp. It's not quite shaving sharp, unfortunately, but that's not bad for a hefty blade, I think. Should we go and see what it does against bottles? So there we go. Not an orthodox treatment for depression by any means. But make a knife, make it unusual, and go and slice things up. You will feel better, trust me.